Hello there, and a nice big welcome to this MediChi session where I'll be combining Tai Chi and meditation. Now, this is a concept that's been around for a long time, and the advantage of doing a little bit of Tai Chi before we start our meditation practice is that it helps ease us into that sense of quietude and relaxation that's very helpful when we're meditating. Now, the best way to start doing this is to start on a mental level and just gently close the eyes and just make a mental note that for the next 25 minutes or so, we're going to devote ourselves to being in the present moment. So we're going to be doing our best just to acknowledge thoughts that come, notice how they fall and rise, and we're just going to do our best to stick with the motion that's involved in the Tai Chi and our meditation object, which will be the breath later on. And we can give ourselves 100% permission to engage in this activity just for this short while. Everything that we've been doing up until now will be there for us when we get back to it. There's no chance of us forgetting anything. So we can just give our minds over to the present moment. So let's start just by making sure our posture's correct. So we want to keep our backs comfortably upright. And I'm sitting on a stool at the moment, and that stool will help me just move my arms and give me a bit of motion while I do the Tai Chi on the stool. So if you've got a chair that is supportive and stable, and preferably with no arms, that's ideal for the first part of this session. Okie doke. So let's just get started. We'll gently close our eyes and we'll take a few nice deep breaths. This is just the cue to put everything aside from the day that's happening up till now. We can gently open our eyes. You start with this simple exercise. So your hands out in front of you, palms facing upward. As you breathe in, slowly raise your hands up. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out. Now as we become more relaxed, our breathing will be less shallow, longer and deeper. But at this stage, we're not forcing anything. We're just breathing naturally. And we're synchronizing our arm movement with the breath. So it's absolutely fine if your breath's a little bit shallow. Maybe you're carrying some tension from the day. Just connect and be aware of the breath and the sense of movement. And as we're doing this, doing our best just to naturally relax our bodies. And hopefully, as we relax our bodies, our minds will follow suit, releasing the tension in the body and releasing tension in the mind as well. And we'll do one more cycle. Okay, good. So in a similar vein to the exercise we just did, this one we can imagine we're holding on to a large round object. And as we breathe in, we draw our arms and hands in towards us. And then breathe out. Now, once you can do the movement, you're more than welcome just to gently close your eyes. I find that having my eyes closed just helps reduce the distractions. Just keeping that awareness on the movement, and keeping it on the breath too. Just taking it easy, seeing if we can connect with that flow, the flow of the breath, and the flow of the movement, nicely synchronized. Just keeping our breathing natural. Just relaxing. Just keeping the movement nice and steady. And one more cycle. Okay, just rest the arms for a little bit. And bring awareness to that sense of relaxation that we have when we rest the arms. Just rest our awareness there for a moment. Just noticing how that feels. These movements are simply helping just to keep our minds in the present moment. And if our minds do happen to wander, just come back to that sense of movement, back to an awareness of the breath. Just keep doing that whenever it happens. Okay, so the next movement, put our arms and hands like this. So right hand facing towards you, left hand facing away. And it's just a sweep across. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And you can just adjust the length of the sweep depending on your breath. So if you have a short breath at the moment, you can just do a short sweep from side to side like this. Or if you have a long breath, it might be a wider sweep. And we can always keep our arms at a comfortable height. So if it's more comfortable for you just to have the arms lower down, then that's fine. Just remembering to synchronize the breath with the flow of the arms and the hands. No need to synchronize with my movements. Whatever's comfortable for you. And one more cycle. Okay, and just relax the arms for a moment. Once again, being aware of that sense of relaxation in the arms and the shoulders. Yeah, we can put one arm out in front, the other arm and hand behind us, and as one comes forward, the other comes back and simply adopts the other's position. So breathing in, breathing out. Now with this one, just like the other movements, we can adjust depending on our breathing. So if our breathing is shallow, we can have a shorter cycle, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Or if it's a longer cycle with our breathing, we can have it like this. And one more cycle. And return the hands to the lap. Just relax for a few moments. Bringing awareness to the sensation within the relaxed muscles. Okay, great. So now it's time for the meditation portion of this MediChi session. And hopefully the Tai Chi has given us a little bit of an opportunity to relax and unwind on a physical and mental level. So now let's just gently close our eyes, ensuring that our posture is comfortably upright. We're able to sit without feeling uncomfortable. And just spend a few minutes to acclimatize to our surroundings so we can notice and be aware of the sounds without engaging in them. I suggest for this meditation we'll just keep our eyes closed. Just let any sounds wash over us. And as the sounds wash over us, so too you can apply the same principle to thoughts that come. Just let them pass. Maybe like objects floating past on a clear stream. Those objects can be seen as thoughts, so they just come, they go. We can acknowledge them. Just we return back to the sensation of the breath as it enters and leaves the nostril. Just keeping a relaxed and yet patient attitude. An attitude with no expectations around what we should and shouldn't be achieving. You can put all that aside. Just be the observer, being aware of what's going on, keeping that awareness established on the breath. Not looking for anything, happy to be content with whatever arises. Just let go of that tendency to seek. Seeking of objects, seeking of pleasure, seeking of approval, all those things we seek. Just step back from that. Just be aware and observe, using the breath as an anchor point. Keeping us in the still center of the mind. understanding that as our minds develop this meditation practice, we'll move from being almost childlike, where we're distracted by all sorts of objects and sensations and things of the world, and we keep practicing meditation, we're able to center and be focused and direct our minds at will, so we're less likely to be distracted. Our minds are more firmly established in the present, and we're better able to understand our minds and how to use them to best effect. So just keeping the breathing nice and relaxed, keeping our awareness on the breathing, gently and softly, not over concentrating, not under concentrating, just getting that balance right. Just keeping patient, just keeping watchful and aware of the breath. Just let go of any expectation we may have around meditation, around what we should be achieving or not. Just keeping patient. And as we come towards the end of this session, we Remember that there's many simple ways to practice meditation in practice, which is mindfulness. So just stop and be mindful of our breathing for a short period, just a few breaths here and there during the day. Be mindful when we're walking, reconnecting with our bodies, much the same we did with the Tai Chi. So the awareness of the body, awareness of the movement, awareness of the breathing. We can integrate meditation into our everyday lives and keep on training our minds to be more centered, aware and focused, less likely to be caught up in thinking unnecessarily. So let's take a few nice deep breaths. Gently open the eyes. This concludes the meditation. Thank you.